Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 221 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, August 24th, 2024, and it's a gorgeous sunny day out today. No idea what the temperature is. I've been inside all day. Don't plan on going anywhere today. It's probably in the upper 70s, lower 80s, I'd guess, Fahrenheit. That's just my guess. I haven't looked. So we're finally getting into the little bit cooler weather, not quite as steamy hot as it has been, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Almost time to start thinking about getting the woolies out. Anyway, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by to see what my channel is all about. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to see what kind of shenanigans I've been up to since I saw you last week. I'm so happy to have all of you here with me each and every week. If you have not yet done so, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you have not done. I think I said that twice now. Anyway, but if you have not yet subscribed, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting close. Getting a little bit closer every week. I'm hoping to hit that before we hit 2025. We shall see. Let's see if we can get there faster. Anyway, if you have not yet subscribed, it would warm my cold little heart so much. And like the video, comment. I love reading your comments. Hit the bell notification and it'll let you know when I posted new videos, all that good stuff. Anyway, enough for that self-promotion stuff. Anyway, so it's so good to see everybody. I hope you've had a good week. I have. It's been busy. I've been getting a lot of school prep stuff done. Had a bunch of professional development stuff all day Thursday. Friday afternoon we had convocation ceremony for our incoming students, so we got to wear our regalia, and it's a lot of fun. And it's just a quick little thing. It's only about 45 minutes. And then we had advising for students coming into the different programs in their freshman year. So met with that. Then afterwards, my sidekick at work and I went out for dinner and had a nice chance to visit. We don't get to just visit casual stuff very often. So it was a really nice to sit and yak with her for almost a couple hours, hour and a half. So it was a lot of fun. And I've got a medium amount of knitting done this week. I've got Tracy's flowers. It's not a vase, it's a candle holder because I couldn't find the right size shape vase for that. I'm gonna keep a lookout for a better vase to keep those little flowers in because they're just so cute. So Olive is a little farther over. She's sitting back. I don't know, you can't quite see her. She's just off the edge of the screen. She's just sitting up over there on top of some stuff on my, oh, I just whacked them. Sorry. Oh, sorry for that. I just tried to knock you guys into next week. I bumped the cord from the window air conditioner over here, and it runs underneath my chair and goes over to a plug-in. There's no plug-in anywhere close to the window. Old apartment, wonky electrical. Plug-ins in all kinds of weird and wonderful places. And not very many in convenient places. Let's put it that way. So anyway, what have I been working on this week? I spent some time working on my most recent pair of 2 at a time sort of shorty socks. These are the mismatched ones. I was working on them at church on Sunday before the service. No, Wednesday evening when we were at church. I was working on them. One of our friends at church was looking, he says, "Those socks?" And I said, "Yeah." And you could tell he's just kind of looking at him. His brow was kind of getting scrunched up and furrowed. I said, "They're not supposed to match." And he goes, "Okay." I was starting to wonder. So I explained that these are from my Opal advent calendar from last year. So here's where I am now. Last week I was down here So I've added the rest of the straight part of the foot, and I'm working on the increasing for the gusset. So I'm almost halfway done that. I think I'm on row 8 or 9 out of 12 or out of 20. So I'm almost done, or almost halfway done doing the gusset increasing. So that's coming along nicely. Happy with the progress on that. So these are the 2 at a time toe-up sort of shorty socks that I love working on. One of these days I'm going to try to kind of put together a pattern / recipe guide to how I make those, and I'll get that posted up into my Ravelry designer page. But that hasn't happened yet. Not sure when it will happen. Don't hold your breath, because it might take a while for me to get to it. But it is one of the things I would like to get done, is to do that up so that I have a copy of it for myself. It's the pattern I'm using is kind of loosely based on and modified from a couple different patterns I've been using and I've seen on Ravelry. And this is just going to kind of put all of it together. It'll almost certainly be a free pattern because it's not really something of my own creation. It's just kind of a guide to what I do to make my socks. So that's the plan. Hope to have that out before Christmas. And potentially a tutorial to go along with it to show you how I do all the different parts of it. Is that something you're interested in? Let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing a tutorial on how I make my 2 at a time. 2 at a time toe-up sort of shorty socks. And I can see if I can make that happen. Another thing that will take some time to get done, because I need to be filming while I'm knitting the socks, and obviously have to knit the socks from start to finish to get the filming done. So that's another thing that I kind of have on my I'd like to do list. So stay tuned, it might happen. Especially if there's a lot of people that are interested in something like that. And I have picked up and taken and dusted off my muscle bra hat. I have not worked on this for a while. It's been a while. I'm not doing a very good job of running a knit along for this hat. Quite a few people have finished it. I think I had the deadline for it set to be next weekend on the 31st of August. I'm not even sure I don't think I'm going to get mine done on time. But I picked it up this week and I've spent a little bit of time over the last couple days working on it. The marker here is where I was last time I saw you, so I've got a good 2-3 inches, probably getting closer to 3 inches added to the length. So that makes me happy. And this little purple marker here marks my midpoint. So I weighed my skein when I started, and I had it turned out it was 107 grams instead of 100 grams. And I took a measure, or took a weight of it when I finished the crown increasing. Then I was keeping track, and when I got to, I thought by the time I get to about 55, between 50 and 55 grams, I would be at the I'd be close enough to the halfway point. I'm okay if I have a little bit. I'm not going to try to make sure I use every last inch of that skein. It's not going to happen. I'll have a little bit left over for some kind of scrappy project, and I'm okay with that. So I worked on this until I hit almost 55 grams. And I thought I'm close enough to halfway through the skein that I'm going to do this much from here to, I'll do that length again. The red marker is, this little guy down here is showing where my crown, I didn't put the marker in at the time, and I kind of regret that now. It's marking where the crown increasing ended. So I'm going to measure how much the straight knitting is, and then do the same amount on the opposite end. And then do the crown decreasing, and it'll be done. I kind of doubt I'll have it done next week, unless I do an awful lot of knitting this week. I have like that much, like almost this much again. I don't think I'll get that done in a week. So I don't think I'm even going to succeed at my own knit along. Oops. But I will revisit that, and I will show you what I have managed to accomplish on that. So I have a gut feel that the 2 at a time sort of shorty socks are going to get put to the wayside for a little bit, so that I can get as much done on my Musselburgh hat as possible in the next week. But the new semester at work is starting up, and I'm going to have less spare time. Once we're back in full swing for the academic year, my free time isn't as much. Drinking Diet Mountain Dew today. I think I need a little extra kick of caffeine. So I'm hoping I can have it done for next week, but I really don't think I'll manage it. And I'll be realistic. I'll probably only get halfway through the second half of the second half of the hat. Did that make sense? I'm not sure. Anyway, got to get the brain back in full gear for teaching kidlets next week. So that's probably the biggest thing coming up with me, is our semester starts up on Monday, or classes begin on Monday. So my teaching schedule is the same as it was last fall. I have one class that's in person, face-to-face, on Monday, Wednesday afternoons, and then my other classes I teach are all completely asynchronous online. So I just have to make sure the material is all set and ready to go. The students spend each week working on that week's material at their own pace, on their own time, and then I just interact and grade things as they come in. So Mondays and Wednesdays are pretty much a write-off. I'm on campus in my office. My knitting does not come with me to work. It's one of the few places my knitting does not travel with me to. I don't knit while I'm physically at work. I'd like to, but then I know that I won't do anything else. I can't. I restrain myself. I don't take it with me to work. I'm tempted, but I can't. I don't. So I'm excited for the semester to start. I'm excited to be back in the class, back working with our students. I'm always ready to get back. When May rolls around, I'm done. I'm ready for a break. But once we're getting to the end of the summer, I'm ready to get back at it again. So I'm excited for the semester to start. I'll be working with mostly all the same students that I've had in the past, which is nice because I'm familiar with them. I know what their work's like. I know what they're like. Especially my face-to-face class, I'm used to the students that I have for that and how they are, what they're like in the classroom. So that'll be good. And other than that, it's kind of another short, I don't know if you'd say boring, but a short episode with not an awful lot to show you. This bouquet is so cute. Yeah, this vase thing, it's too big. I'm gonna have to find something else for it. But just look at it. It is just so cute. I love it. I really love it. So that's my cute little bouquet. And I don't have to remember to water it or keep it clean water in it. I don't have to, no fuss, no muss with it. but I do need to find a better vase for it. So that one, that's not even a vase, and it's too big. But I wanted to have them. I wanted to have them there. So I'm starting to ramble. I think I'll let you go. We'll have another quick episode this week. Maybe next week it'll be a little bit longer episode. I have a knit along type thing that I'm going to be participating in. A friend of mine or someone I know from Sock Madness has her own group on Ravelry, and she's starting a bingo game, and it automatically generates a bingo card for you with all kinds of random categories and things like that, whether it's colors, and your goal is, it runs from, I think it's all of September and October. I'll have to double check that. I think it's to start September 1st and runs through till I think the end of October. So I created my bingo card, and I'll include a link to the thread on Ravelry down below. And if you're interested, come take a look. But I'm going to have to print out my bingo card and figure out what categories I can work on. I know one of the ones that came up on my card was a hat. So since I'm pretty much almost 100% sure there's no way I can finish this by the 31st of August. I do not think I can finish it in a week. I really don't think so. I might surprise myself, but I probably won't. So that'll give me one, I can cross off one square for that. And then there's just a whole bunch of other ones. I think I have sweater, I've got mitered square. Once it starts getting a little bit colder, I'm going to pull out my two scrappy sweaters that I'm making, my mitered square one and the jelly roll. The jelly roll blanket that I'm doing, I'm adapting that pattern to make a cardigan. So I'm getting closer to ready to pull those out and start working on them again because it's getting a little bit cooler. I think it would be fantastic if I could get one of them done in the next few months. I'd like to have both of them ready so I can wear them in the winter. We shall see. So I have that to work on too. And there's also one of the categories I have is baby and blanket. So you can use one project. If it works out, you can use it as 3 categories is your maximum. So a friend of mine, the one that I made the little flax light sweater for her daughter, I'm going to make 3 crochet blankets for her little one. She's expecting her 3rd now. So I'm going to make crochet blankets. She wants a large granny square. I need to send her a text and see if she would rather have square or rectangle. And once it starts to cool down a little bit more and I'm interested in holding a big chunk of blanket on my lap while I'm watching TV and stuff in the evenings, I'm going to get those started. So that's another thing that's going to be on my soon to-do list. But in the meantime, this week coming up, Musselburgh hat, and probably some time will be spent on my Two at a Time toe-up socks. So you have that to check and see what I've done next week. And I'll tell you all about my first week back at school. Alrighty, I'm gonna let you go. I said I was gonna stop talking about 5 minutes ago and I appear to still be talking. No surprises for regulars there, is there? No surprises. Anyway, I really will shut up this time. And I'll let you go, and I'll talk to you guys again next week. Okay, bye everyone.